Greetings and salutations everyone, welcome back. This is Let's Play Luigi's Mansion 3. And in this episode I'm going to collect all the gems that I haven't in other episodes. It's kind of awkward, it'd take a lot of my time to... It would take way too much footage to get it all in one time, not to mention I'm just searching about randomly for these things, so... Yeah, I really did want to have this LP work as a guide, which is why I'm showing where all the gems are. But, well, here's the thing. I can't just put up an episode of me finding the gems because Nintendo has regulations saying we're fine with you using our... Don't take this as actual legal commentary, by the way. We're fine with the people making Let's Plays of our content, but it has to be narrated. You can't even use captions to show everything, it's specifically got to be narrated. Most of my episodes are fine with it because the majority of it is narrated and I just throw it in at the very last second. This is not the case. This episode isn't the case, so I have to post-narrate. And in here, we find the blue gem. We've already found the white gem for this floor. I also know that I can also say with confidence that what I did was I started at the bottom floor, I went up, I gave every floor a good looking through, and then when I got to the top, I went and, well, I bought the gem finder and went back to all the other floors. And even with the gem finder, some of them are actually quite tricky. This one isn't though. I eventually figured out the way to get through that. And then, well, unfortunately I got stuck on this wall. Or rather this pillar, so I had to get rid of Luigi so I could get a good look around. And then, just because I could, I looked in here. And found the red gem that would give me a lot of trouble to find later. Luigi backs off because a spider crawls across it, and in the background I can see a gold spider crawling out, so don't be like me and just run past. Stay there, strobe bulb the spider, get the money.
Got it.
And here, well, we have something that's invisible. And upon sucking up all of the orbs and revealing the object properly, we get a crystal ghost. And with that, we are still missing 2 gems. What a letdown. Here we have stick a plunger on this to pull it out, which somehow activates a mechanism spinning it around, which opens the portrait and gives us a red gem. Very nice. And you might notice that every now and then Luigi has these moments where he'll just stand still. It's because of how I was recording the footage. I was basically using a back recording function on my capture card. Oh, by the way, this room, it can spawn a lot of ghosts. I very nearly died off screen to about 6 big red ghosts all jumping on me at once. But yeah, what I was saying about the capture card was that there's a function that lets me drag the backwards and capture old footage, but rather than do the thing to find the gem, then grab it, sometimes I would, well, I would do that back recording after spotting how to get the gem. This is a pretty important case because, well, I did not explore this area, and yeah, it's a bit of a jump scare to pull out that anglerfish, but it doesn't have any, the anglerfish doesn't have any gems. What's important is that after you trigger that and try to leave, the water cup appears. And in the block of ice is the next gem. I don't notice this for quite some time, and I spent a lot of time mucking about with Luigi in that anglerfish's mouth. And here I figure out, I have a block of ice, now it's time to do something with it. And we get the blue gem. And here, well, I find out that you can actually suck up a pointy object. And what do we do with pointy objects? We throw them at targets. And I sit there dragging my recording bar back a bit. The auto aim does actually work when for it. What am I saying there? Sometimes the auto aim works, sometimes it's the 4th floor boss. Speaking of 4th floor, wait, no, this is the 4th floor, sorry. This is the 2nd floor. And in here we have, 3rd time's the charm, a floating newspaper. So naturally we take it away and, surprise! Crystal gem. Or the crystal ghost. We don't have the gem until we give him a good something. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. And it is the white gem. And this, well, this actually took a while for me to notice. It's the same mechanic in the 4th floor, just redone here. And that's all the mezzanine gems. I think that's how you say it. And this is the 3rd floor, really. Actually, this floor was one of the very last 2 I completely finished, because this gem, this one's pretty easy for me to find. It's specifically the blue gem that gives me some trouble, but okay, to be fair, I can't say that this gem doesn't give me trouble because, well, as we're about to see, when Luigi opens this, he gets swarmed by bats. I can't just say that's a walk in the park. It's not a challenge to deal with, but it's not exactly tricky. And here we have a little side route. Incidentally, there is another one on the other side that only Luigi can go through, but there's only coins in it. So yeah, that's kind of a weird one. I was convinced that there was something more to it simply with how out of the way and yet how important it seemed, but no, there's just money. Unlike here, which has money and the white gem, which was not dropped by a crystal ghost. And here, well, we have me struggling to get the switch. But once you get the switch, it opens up the mirror. And I pause awkwardly to drag the recording once again. By the way, be glad that I cut out all the stuff with the angler that I did, because that was a time sink and a half. The chest doesn't have a gem in it, but the spiderweb next to it does. And I honestly wonder if I actually noticed that or not. I can't remember. And here. The first instinct with these vending machines is always to pull them over. Don't do it for this one, because you lose the gem. I don't get why, since by all means you should be able to get the gem from it anyway, but no, what you want to do is keep strobe bulbing the button until you get the gem out.
Whoa.
That is all the hotel shop gems. And now this is actually gonna be a bit of a time sink, because it turns out that there was a room that I missed off to the side on this floor, but, well, they spawned a very large group of enemies and I just couldn't bring myself not to do it. And so there's just me mucking about. Actually, the Slammers, even though that's not their actual name, I don't remember off the top of my head what it is. Those big ones actually are kind of dangerous here. They want to be big, they want to be graceful ballerinas, but they don't quite have the build for it. And it's kind of funny how when you hit the big guys with another ghost, they don't get flattened like the other ones that get flattened onto the ground, they just sort of get squashed downwards. And that hurt. Yeah, actually now I remember, this gets really dirty with the number of oozes and bruises and goobers. And I know those are names, I don't know whether they're all the right names. But yeah, it can get a bit overwhelming here. And it's not even the boss. I've already dealt with him. And I keep swinging that way just to make sure he doesn't get close to me like that, but it doesn't really work. That 13 health ghost just wandering about is bugging me. So I lure everyone back up onto the stage. Stop throwing bananas everywhere, it's annoying. Really should have dealt with that 13 health guy, shouldn't I? Now I have. And he pulls me into a banana. That is a dirty trick. Still, I've got this mess to deal with. No. Wait. Ew. I think I actually hit that one guy by accident while he was sneaking about because I'm recording the narration so I can't just rewind, but I think that was what happened. I'm sure that my future self once again will caption it. I correct myself so often. And of course, now we get to try out the super vacuum. Gad, what have you done? No plumber was meant to have concealing power. So we tear up the entire place, but for some reason that banana just refuses to be sucked up. That's fine, but banana... yeah, it doesn't. And now... ghosts that show up in just the wrong position because they immediately get into sucked up where the vacuum. But yeah, you don't need to be as thoroughly destructive as I am being right here. I'm just double check that. And finally the banana field is gone. R.I.P. banana. Shall not be more. And with that done, well, now we explored the television. Oh yeah, we also get an achievement for beating the Ghost Orchestra. Wow. And there is actually a gem up here, but I don't realize it, so expect that in a few minutes or so. But it is interesting, the television from the movie floor shows up here. I'm convinced that there's some sort of trick there that allows you to move to the other seats. I'm pretty sure there isn't. But there is this. So, here's the thing. When you get to a boo room, it plays the boo music. That's your tip that you need to be very careful, because if you check they're hiding in one of the objects, and you use the Luigi vibrations to figure out which object. If you get it right, then you get a chance to battle them. If you get it wrong, then, well, they turn into a bunch of bats. Well, no, they summon a bunch of bats to attack you and teleport to another room, so you've got to track them down again. Wait, did I get that right? If you get the wrong one, then they move to a different room and you have to track them down. If you get it right, then you get to fight them. I hope that's what I said. No, I'm afraid that as satisfying as it is, vandalizing the portrait is not what you're supposed to do here. What you're supposed to do here is shine the dark light on the piano.
Huh?
And that gives us the red gem.
Yeah.
We're getting there. And I think right now... Yep, I'm stubborn. I'm gonna show... Why did I leave all this footage in?
Hello.
Oh there, it's... No, you don't just leave and come back for the boo. No, I think that the boo's locations are randomly generated. The names certainly aren't. They're always going to be on a specific floor because the names are too specific to the floor, like the musician, or how the one on the bottom floor is called the basement, the boosement. Bad puns. But the location in each floor is going to be random, and that's because if you fail to catch them, they move to a different floor. Oh wait, no, it's not musician, it's boogie. Shoot.
Hey, hey.
That was such an awkward way to get through the door. But I suppose it's better than sticking a hand in there. This is a horror game, that's how horrible things happen. And now once more from the top. Being very careful to get the right box this time. Although in this case it's the toilet. Ta-da! I'm Boogie! This hotel is pretty swanky. And so we need to give him a right pumping. Oh, I think, well, this isn't exactly high-end gameplay footage, so here's something interesting. Have a look at the bathroom mirror. Oh yeah, see, what I realise is that this room does have some invisible things in it, along with the booth. He's not very nice staying in there. Now we do use him to smash up that box, so it's a slight bit easier to get around in here.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I did collect all the boos, I don't think I'm going to be showing them all, just the ones that we happen to pass by. Tear off the vent. Send Luigi in.
Well, hello.
And it's just money. And here we have the green gems acquisition. Up on this balcony, if you vacuum the tub of popcorn, you get the green gem. And so now, in here, we have that other tap, which was also invisible. Suck it up, have Luigi investigate the tap, and we get a crystal ghost. Grab him quick. Yeah. They'd come to much less grisly ends if they just give us the gems, but There'd be no game if everything was easy, would there? We get the silver gem here.
Yeah.
Or white gem. Depends on which you prefer, but that's the one gem that I missed. So it's rather unfortunate because it means that I walked straight past it. I have no interest in facing him. And well, this isn't a gem. I remember. Why did I leave this in? This is just a gold. Well, I guess 3 gold bats are pretty nice to know about. Yeah, I didn't really have much to do on the greenhouse floor. And now this is weird. You shine your dark light device here, and you get those, well, little spirit balls. And that gives you the option to vacuum up that star.
I did it.
Or flower. Yeah, flower gem. Gold. And here, I forget which room this is. I think it's the room that the trapper will you meet your first trapper. Come up here, and there's a whole bunch of dollar bills, but more importantly, the red flower gem is in that flower. Flower gem is in a flower. Would have guessed. And finally, this one's a bit of a case. Shine the dark light device, reveal the drain. Then, you send Luigi down the drain. I said send Luigi down the drain. Thank you. We got some gold bugs to flash. We got some flowers to flash. But no gem yet. This one is kind of an interesting little puzzle. Since vacuuming doesn't work, we get very destructive and ensure that those plants are dealt with. But if you use the dark light device, it reveals a pipe. So, you suck up the spirit orbs. That didn't do much. Well, except create something with poor shading. But turn the wheels on the bar, and not only can it be used to torment a polterkitty, but if the pipe is in place, it waters a flower. And inside the flower, I said inside the flower, white gem. So that is all the garden sweet gem. I have this awful feeling that I've missed one. On the movie floor, use the correct vacuum application on this helicopter and you'll actually find the purple gem.
I did it.
So that's nice. I really missed a lot of gems on this floor. This is important. Make very sure that you come close to this. Snowman? Because, well, yeah. Hello, Polterpup. So yeah, no gem involved, but still, it's very important that anyone following along go investigate this gorilla. Simply because I don't want to be the only person suffering jump scares. Yeah, I gotta collect all the money. Can't do anything with it, but still important to collect the money.
Wow.
Now, if you weren't paying attention, you might... Well, yeah. You're watching this so I can pay attention for you. If this is up, and you find the crystal ghost. And that gives us the white gem. This annoys me. Luigi can't fall off the inside side of this walkway, but he can fall off the outside. And I fell off many times trying to get here, and eventually it just fell off its own accord. But we got the blue gem. Unfortunately, we can't get to it while it's in ice, and it took me a while to figure this out. Because unfortunately, while I do, it's obvious that you use the torch. I left the torch inside the box. And the Polter Kitty actually destroyed the camera, so you can't go into movie mode anymore. And there's no way to get into the box. Why do I say that? Well, if you look at this. Yeah, Luigi can try, but he just can't pull that box down. Even if I try to finagle it so I have two Luigis pulling at it at the same time, which I do actually manage right here. They don't pull at the same time like they do in others, and it still doesn't remove it. The trick is, if this happens to you, then the trick is simply get as close as possible to the torch and use the vacuum. That's how you get at the blue gem. And here, well, I noticed something very suspicious about this. Something to pull on, which is a switch to reveal the gold gems. Gotta love how they're all movie reels on this floor. Thematics for each floor's gems is often a nice touch. And here, oh, make sure you destroy the pot plant on this corner, because that's how you lined up this carpet to get the red movie gem. And now we have all the studio gems. This was a boo floor. I'm just saying right now, it was a boo floor. I solved it off screen. Destroy all the exhibits for an achievement. Destroy the pterodactyl skeleton to get the green gem. I stop and pause right here because I still haven't quite gotten the hang of this. But we get a few dollar bills as well as the green gem for our troubles. Finally, remember that you can drag the bones around so you can smash up the glass cases, which is important for this gem. If you forget Toad, then you've got to use those bones. And you use the Darklight device on here to get the purple museum gem. I wanted to say dinosaur gem, but nope, it is the Museum of Unnatural History.
Yeah.
Yeah, museum gems, just like that. And this is actually kind of funny because I desperately want to get that heart because I've taken damage, but I keep getting caught on this snake tail, so I pull it out to get it out of the way, and it turns out to be bats. And yeah, Luigi can't fight bats, but Luigi can. And I slip on a banana for some reason, I don't get why that is. But yeah, we want to drag out the tail again. After I finish setting it up to record again. We do want to... if you're looking for the other floors, I'm saying this now, you drag out the tail, then you use the vacuum to get the gem out, but if you want the other floors, then they're probably in the respective episodes where I revisited them. Just saying that now. Also, stay away from that oasis up at the top end of the field. It's a trap. But here, we get a genie lamp with 3 wishes. I wish for coins. I wish for dollar bills and bullions. I wish for a gold ghost. Yes, you can't just leave treasure lying about, even if we aren't on a gem hunt. Something like that is just a bit too much to pass up. Let's hope we give him a right track. But yeah, if you go near the oasis, it turns out to be a movie prop, falls down, and you get ambushed by ghosts. It's hilarious. It's kind of hilarious how they set up that trap. But yeah, after releasing the genie, there's no more money to come from there. But here is where what you actually want, the gold gem. The snake's mouth is closed. We can't plunger it. We can't vacuum it, but if we vacuum it around its body, it's missing parts, which is always a case for the Darklight device. don't switch off the dark device early. So we have some spirit orbs to suck up, but nothing happened. So it means there's another part it's missing. And only one other part, which is what I was checking there. Now I tried to be clever by having Luigi stand here while Luigi shines the dark light device, just to see if I can save time, but no, it looks like they're very fast at escaping. With all its parts restored, it opens its mouth and we get the gold gem.
I did it. Ho-ho.
Good job, Luigi. And now I go to get ambushed. Just take my word on it, I do get ambushed. And if we dark light device here, we reveal a pet statue. And this little scene with the Polterpup is just... it feels too significant to pass it up. True art. I mean, it's like the Yeti. The fact that the Polterpup will show up for a brief moment for this little scene just makes it feel too important. But as we step into here, boo music. So, give me a few minutes while I deal with this nonsense. I'm a Nubu! Time to tip the scales in my favour. Anubis was one of the nastier things you could face in Persona 5. Let it be known. Because it doesn't have any weaknesses, but it also really likes its insta-kill spells. Actually, I thought that the Egyptian dungeon in Persona 5 was kind of nice. I don't want to go into too many details in case for some reason someone watching it hasn't played it and plans to. I don't want to spoil that, but it's just the usual Persona 5 formula. Let it be known.
Oh, yeah.
Now with that dealt with, I'm gonna vacuum up the money, because of course I am. It's the... it's the primary core loop of the game, isn't it? Suck things up. Be they ghosts or wealth. Sadly can't do anything with these. I said I can't do anything with these, past self-vibing, dim. But this room, we didn't actually finish it. Because I didn't notice that there is a grate in the floor. So we send Luigi down, and I wonder if he'd have been able to figure out the puzzle easier if he had this view. But either way, we have the green gem. That's very important. And actually there is one sarcophagus that we can do something with. Inside the sarcophagus is another sarcophagus. Inside that sarcophagus is another sarcophagus. Inside that sarcophagus... surprise! It's a crystal ghost! Oh, no, that's kind of funny to me. Inside the thing that keeps dead things was a dead thing. As someone has said on a certain Luigi's Mansion 2 Let's Play. And we come to the end, and the pile of bones is the purple gem. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all around. Take care. Man, I completely bungled my intro when I haven't actually been... Goodbye.